Okay, so we're going to learn about the frog cycle, and we're also going to learn about the STAR, which is select 3 and reflect. So to find out what you know about frogs, we're going to make a list of what you already know. So I'm just going to write up here, already know. So what are some things you know about frogs? Where do they live? Do you know where they live?
In, like, ponds.
Okay. So we know they live in ponds.
Rivers.
Okay. What's something else you know about them?
As they get bigger, they start to grow legs.
They grow legs.
And
Do you know what they eat?
flies and other insects.
Okay. So that's a pretty good list. We already know that they live in ponds and rivers, they grow legs, and they eat flies and insects. So now I'm going to read a short passage on here. And then as I read, I'm going to underline a word that I think is important, and I'm going to reflect on why it's important. So I will start with this. Frog's life cycle. Baby frogs are called tadpoles. As tadpoles grow, they change shape. They turn into frogs. A mother frog lays eggs in or near water. Inside each egg, a tadpole grows. Then the tadpole hatches. It has a long tail. Bless you. The tadpole swims like a fish. It uses gills to breathe underwater. Next, the tadpole grows legs and toes. Its gills and tail get smaller. The tadpole grows lungs. Now the tadpole is a froglet. The froglet's tail gets shorter. Soon its tail is gone. It can leave the water. It can breathe using lungs. The froglet is now a frog. So from this first sentence, I think that tadpole is a very important word because that is the very start
of a frog's life.
Of a frog's life. So we are going to write in this first box, tadpole. All right, so in the second sentence, or in the second paragraph, a mother frog lays eggs in or near water. So what do you think is the other part of the life cycle?
Both of them.
Their mother is going to lay
eggs.
So that's probably an important word, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can put a 1 above that because that's the very first part of their life cycle. And then 2 above tadpoles. So then we're going to write eggs in this box. All right. Next, the tadpole grows legs and toes. Its gills and tails get smaller. Now the tadpole is a froglet. So from this sentence, what do you think is the next cycle, part of the cycle?
Froglets are like frogs, but they're very small.
Right. So we can put 3 above that because we know that the froglet is the third part, and we're going to write that in this box because that's an important part. All right, so once the tail gets shorter on the froglet, what does it become?
A frog.
A frog. So we can put a 4 by that. And if we wanted, we could even put that down here because we only need 3 to go in the box since it's select 3 and reflect. All right, so we have froglet, eggs, and tadpoles, and we know that each one of these are important because it's a step in the life cycle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now I have this little activity, and from the reading, We know that a baby frog is called
A tadpole.
tadpole, so we can circle that. And what do tadpoles hatch out of?
Eggs.
Eggs. And what does a tadpole grow as it becomes a froglet? Do they grow gills and a tail or legs and toes?
Legs and toes.
Legs and toes. Good job. And then the last one. What do frogs have that allow them to breathe out of water?
Lungs.
Lungs. All right. And then I have this fun video that I found about frogs. It's a little song that might help you remember the frog life cycle.
Hip, hop, hippity hop. That's what frogs do a lot. Hip, hop, hippity hop. That's the way they go, yo. And this is how they grow. It's all about survival. It's called the frog's life cycle. Frog, egg, tadpole. Tadpole with legs, swish, swish.